Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Everything on the stream's going wrong, but I didn't want to miss the start of the race. We're back here at Mount Panorama and in the iRacing series, and we just went green. Got the perfect timing. We have 31 cars on the grid, and I'm still trying to figure out all the background stuff that isn't working, so bear with me here. I didn't want to miss the start of the race, and looks like we caught it, and looks like a pretty impressively clean start of the race. So you guys watch that, and I'm gonna try to get you some sound, which is the first thing that I need to fix. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna try to do all of the things, and hopefully we can get get some stuff working here. Oh no, we have a spin and more people coming in. Oh, those were some pretty intense hits there, unfortunately. Oh, we have another off. I wish I could tell you who that was, and they still have their throttle pedal down, giving them another hit into the wall. See how folks in the front are doing. Good little train here for us to watch. I wish I could tell you why there is no game sound coming in. That's probably really loud for you guys, so let me adjust that. Okay, we have game audio. We have Eric audio. We have cars. We don't have an overlay, so let's fix that problem next. Promise one day we're gonna get a super awesome iRacing stream, just like how Phil had it. I will figure it out. Why? I don't know why, but every time I open up my overlay SDK, it pauses the race. it would really help if I was unmuted. Yeah, some great racing happening here. Hello, Papa Millie. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to be as awesome as your son is and failing miserably. But some great racing here, and unfortunately I'm in a bit of a handicap not being able to control any of it. Let's see if I can do this instead. Alright, you know what? We are gonna do this for the time being. Give you something to look at. There we go. We have some timing charts. We have a grid. Getting there one button at a time. Looks like Ken Housiel is doing a fantastic job in P1 in the Ford. Just dominant performance. 2-second gap to Jacob Cunningham, which isn't something that's easy to do, but Cunningham gapping Will Brunner here in this pack. This pack in quite a competitive group. Brunner leading, Eric Eng right behind, Turner, Jace Wright in the Corvette behind that. Go down the grid and see if there are any other battles happening here. Kevin Bolland in a bit of a world of his own in P10. Survived the carnage at the start of the race. Michael Pico just behind. Super bright Mercedes to match his bright personality. Jack Shia being challenged by Morgan Stringer. Toledo Ferrari behind that. I think those are lap down cars. Jalen Jenkins, 3.3 behind Morgan Stringer, and has the lap cars in between him and P13, I should say. Wesley Avia, P15 may have been an issue earlier. Saw an apology from Wesley. Malachi Tazovic, P16. Adam King, P17. Randy Gross, 18. Dakota Knapp, 19. Challenged by Shooty. These two going at it. I only watch these two battle for a bit as there's less than a second between them. We're back. I don't know how or why or what changed, but we are rocking and rolling here at Mount Panorama. We might actually be able to broadcast this race. Get my double voice out of there. Okay. With 46 seconds left in the race, I think we might have something that is workable, ladies and gentlemen. Will Brunner here chasing down Bronson Turner. Bronson, bit of a mistake up ahead, giving Will the opportunity to get really close. Cars ahead look like they are a lap down, I believe, but that's going to give Bronson Turner a good draft to help defend against Will Brunner. I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. But just up ahead now, Bronson's going to have some traffic to deal with now. Are those two cars in a battle themselves? The 909 of Rick Wolf is indeed in a battle with Brad Severs in the Mustang. So these two aren't going to be so kind to give their positions up. Looks like Brad driving without a wing. I don't know if that's just a graphical error, but oof, that's going to be a difficult car to handle going through the mountain, and something Bronson Turner is going to want to have to be careful about as they go through this session. Or I should say go through this section. Bronson flashed to the headlights saying, I don't know if you're willing or not, but I am coming through, and gets it done. Unfortunately for Rick Wolf, that is a bit of a loss, and Brunner also super eager to get through. This is gonna be a tough section. Brunner does get through on the inside of Wolf. So no! Oh goodness me! What is going on? And they still, despite being turned the wrong way, gets back. Unbelievable. Hopefully there isn't too much damage. Oh, and then it looks up ahead. That's Bronson Turner in a pickle himself. Where did that happen? Oh no! Ah, we just talked about that a second ago. That rear wing of Brad Severs not being on the car just got him loose. And that is a really poor position for Bronson Turner to be in. Unfortunate. Goodness, and now he's stuck behind, waiting for Brad, and oh no. That's so unlucky. Someone with no problems right now, though. Ken Halziel. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, Ken. I apologize. You can correct me. Goodness. It's almost as if we predicted it a little bit. Hey, Jacob. How you doing? We are here at Mount Panorama, as you probably know. Wesley Avia chasing down Kamal Kaitazovich. Kamal, aka Chemo Sith, in the Porsche ahead, with Wesley in the Porsche behind. Their fastest laps are within 300ths of each other, both in a 207.31, 207.32 to Kamal and Wesley, respectively. My goodness, that is close. Unreal. But these two battling for the 14th position. Now looking at Dakota Knapp in a world of his own, really. But battles happening up front between Jace Wright, Colin Johnson up ahead, Josh Willis just behind. This is a tight little pack, having survived the brutality of the mountain so far, because it's not just about the errors that you make, it is about the errors that others make as well. And fortunately for these three, they seem to have made it through with little to no issues. But the night is young. 41 minutes left out of the 60-minute race, and just awaiting for that safety car to happen. When will it come out? We do not know. Nobody knows. But it will come out. Looks like Tomazic also kind of in this pack, chasing down Kevin Bolin just up ahead in that Mercedes. Now, I'm not sure how it is in iRacing, but I know in ACC, Mercedes having some incredible straight line speed. How has Will Brunner made it up to P3 after the situation he had? Ooh, we got Willis and Jace Wright, I think, side by side. Yep, that is Josh in the Porsche, Jace in the Corvette, both trying to take up the same part of the track. Still both side by side through the second corner, I should say. Now through the third, now through the fourth. Willis pokes his head ahead and manages to get that position ahead of Jace up into P5. Jace not likely to give up. We'll come back at Josh. We'll be looking for some more positions to gain. And all the while, these two battling. Kevin Bolland, our podium sitter from last week, taking advantage of these two fighting, looking for time to gain. Brunner being pressured by Colin Johnson. Brunner having some damage from earlier. Will have some detrimented speed, if that's even a word, on the straight line. And without the draft, it's going to be an opportunity for Colin Johnson. Colin Johnson having a look, not quite enough, into some late braking, continuously closing the gap between himself and Brunner. Equal machinery, Corvette versus Corvette here at the mountain as they go into the final corner. Looking for any opportunity, any bit, try and gain an advantage. Oh, we have Kevin Bolin and Jace Wright side by side now. Jace now losing 2 positions to Porsches. Kevin getting a decent exit, but looks like Jace's was a little bit better. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for Jace to really gain the distance that he needs to go side by side with Kevin into turn 2. But he sure is going to try. Or at least think about it. Now it's Tomazic going side by side. Jace Wright it's not someone we usually talk about losing positions on the grid, but for some reason, something is going on track with him, where it might be a lack of confidence or damage or something else, where he is just dropping down and down the order. Not something that he's going to want to hear or be happy to hear, but it is happening, unfortunately, for Jace Wright in the Corvette. Maybe the track is not suited for the Corvette. We have a new fastest lap by Jack Shia here. In the Acura NSX. And Housey will still commanding lead. Colin Johnson still attacking Will Brunner. I heard the pit lane beeping, but didn't seem like there was a car. We hop into Colin Johnson's onboard. Travis, how's it going? We're missing you at the mountain, bud. Hope you are doing well. Hope work is going well. As we see Colin Johnson chasing down Will Brunner just up ahead. These two have been nose to tail for a lap or two now at the very least. Johnson really trying to chase down Will Brunner. Brunner carrying a bit of damage, but seems to have made it out okay considering. Yeah, Travis, we miss you too. Miss you being on the field here. We got a pretty good grid. Unfortunately, out of the 33 people that started the race, looks like 6 have had early ends, unfortunately. But not for Colin Johnson here, who is still chasing down Will Brunner, getting an immense draft on the back straight here. Early braking, trying to keep everything under control. Maybe a bit of a missed apex there, but still doing a really good job being so close. While that's happening, ooh, we have an early pit there. Pico now going through. Actually, Tomazic pitting there, giving Jack Shia here the position of P6, and Mike Pico just behind in P7. Oh, thanks for your support, Travis. Really appreciate it. 2 months of subscriptions. That's almost an entire year. Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Really appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the racing here at Tracklocious. I know you would rather be on the field as opposed to watching it, but here we are with Jack Shia now chasing down Kevin Bolland, the British driver. Kevin coming in with quite a bit of confidence, I should say, in a really good spot off of the podium last week, doing a phenomenal job at Laguna Seca, and now under pressure by Jack Shia. Looks like Jack has pretty decent pace, chasing Kevin down. Jack with a fastest lap of 2:04.2, besting Kevin's lap of 2:05.7 by nearly, over a second and a half. So Jack does have pace in hand, and that's going to be really tough for Kevin to defend for sure, especially without the draft ahead. He's going to be what's the phrase? A sitting duck. A fish in shallow water? Is that what it is? Travis, you're up in Alaska. You know which that you fish probably. What's a fish in shallow water? Is that fish in a bucket? As these guys having to pit, both trying to maximize their pit entry. Good job, good entry. Really important to practice that. Good racing so far. Ray Frias now chasing down Dakota Nat for P20. Looks like Dakota doing a good job of gapping himself to Ray's position. Well, we are 31 minutes away from the end of the race, nearly halfway, and looks like the field has been spread quite significantly. Bunch of people have had to pit so far. And I'm sure somewhere on my timing charts I have information that tells me that. I'm not quite sure where, as I'm learning, getting up to speed with this incredible software. So much detail. It's just not as strong when you have someone who doesn't know how to use it. So I promise I'll try to get better and hopefully give you guys better content coming up. Jacob Cunningham chasing down the Mercedes of Morgan Stringer. Less than a second between the two. We do, however, have another three-way battle. Tomazic, Shia right in the back. Again, we've seen some incredible pace from Jack Shia. Over a second and a half advantage to Steven Tomazic. Tomazic is going defensive on the back straight here into the kink. Whoa, that was a close one. Shia absolutely sending it, but misses his braking point. We keep saying it's one thing to be fast on a hot lap. It is a completely different thing to race, and racecraft is something that Tomazic had an advantage of in that particular corner, in that particular situation. Gave Jack a lot to think about, and it was a bit too much for him to maintain enough grip to stay on the road. Super late braking, but I'm sure that is not the last we're going to see of Jack. Jack's going to come back pretty strong with that pace advantage in hand. Battle between Brunner and Willis now. Brunner in the orange Corvette, Willis in the pink Porsche just behind. As we are over halfway in the race here. And Josh is really reeling him in. We're going to see how this is going to look for Josh as they go through the back straight here. Josh having the draft and nothing for Will. Going to be closing in at a good rate here. Probably looking for that perfect breaking point into the chase. Is it going to be enough? Is Josh going to be able to make a move? He is quite some ways behind, a little over a car length, but decides that this is not the time. He's going to continue to chip away and get closer to that Corvette and try to find places where he does have the advantage, in hopes that in the future, not too far a future, a super near future, that is going to be a position gained for Josh Willis. Now this group is tight back again together with Tomazic up front. Jack having to make the move on Jace right again, gets really tight on that Corvette, but manages to stop the car as they continue chasing down Tomazic, these two. Looks like that Mercedes doing all right. Doing all right for now, but Tomazic's going to have something to think about. And not only that, but Kevin Holland just up ahead. Also something to think about is he has a pack coming up on him really quickly here. Yellow flag on the mountain, the number 4. Who is that? The number 4 of who? Not quite seeing who that is. Maybe that was P4? Was that Morgan Stringer? Oh my goodness, it was. P4 had an incident. Wait, no. Yeah, it was. Look through the field here. Quite a bit of cars running some good laps. Wesley Avia now in front of Kamal Kajtazovic. As we watched earlier, Wesley has had quite a bit of pace we've seen in the past. I think Wesley's probably going to be walking away. But Kamal under pressure from Joel Bandera just behind now. Oh, we have the safety car. Safety car is out. Look at that. Would you look at that? Ken Halsey, Michael Pico, Jacob Cunningham, Morgan Stringer, Colin Johnson, Will Brunner, Josh Willis, Kevin Ballin in P8, Stephen G. Tamazik in P9, Jace Wright, P10, Jack Shia, P11, Eric Ang in P12, Avia 13, Kajtazovic 14, now all trying to catch up to that pack here. They have already pit. Already pit. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think the only person who hasn't, there's only a couple who look like they potentially have not pit yet, and that's Michael Pico, Morgan Stringer, Joel Bandera, and Glenn Pena. Is that going to be the strategy to help get them ahead? But unfortunately, they're going to have to duck out now. Let's watch Mike Pico and see what he does. I'm sure this is going to necessitate a pit from him here. As they're all lined up now behind the safety car, Pico in the super colorful Mercedes. What is he going to do? Fuel, tires, catch up to the safety car. Yep, there they go. Stringer, Pico. Now we guess Glenn as well. Yep, Glenn going in. There you have it. Oh, what's up? the legend himself, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop. Big shout out to the one and only. Yes, not doing a great job, admittedly, but the legend here, Carlos Guzman, who has provided me with a CPU that allows me to stream this race. Carlos, I've screwed up a lot of things on this stream so far, but we persevered. We have something that's working, and hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you so much, Carlos. Thank you so much for the support, continued support. 25 months. No, 26 months. My goodness. That is almost a whole year. Really appreciate your support. You are a legend. Three cheers for Carlos Guzman providing the much needed 3900X CPU. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. I presume all of you guys were saying hooray in your respective homes. Alrighty, here we are. Carlos, if you're doing 12 hours of Bathurst this weekend, then you should have been in this race, dude. That's what we've allowed a lot of people to jump out of their cars, their season car, just so that they could practice in their appropriate car for the race. Don't even know if you own the track. I didn't know if I owned the track a couple out, like yesterday. I think I asked the guys what track we're running, but here we are. I do want to take the opportunity to go down the grid here and see who we have in what positions. Forgot this event was a thing. Carlos, literally all week I've been telling you that I need your CPU so that I could stream this event. Like, if anybody, you are the one person who should have known that there is a stream for an iRacing event this week. Yeah, that's awesome. Make sure you search iRacing, Tracklicious iRacing League, and you request the invitation to the league so that we can accept you, or just DM me what your iRacing name is and we can get you in there. And in the meantime, put the context together. I'm shaking my head at you, Carlos. We do have Ken Housiel in P1, Jacob Cunningham in P2, Colin Johnson P3, Will Brunner in P4, Josh Willis P5, Kevin Ballin in P6, up 10 positions, Steven Tomazic P7, Jay Schreight P8, Jack Shia in P9, Eric Eng P10, Wesley Avia 11, Kamal Kaitazovic. Kamal's even in here. You talk to Kamal all the time. Yes, a bunch of us talking about going to the Glen. Adam King in P13, Frias 14, Dakota Knapp 15, Gross 16, Turner 17, Pico 18, 19 is Glenn No Spin Pinio. Glenn, his wheel is not Spinio. What is going on? What are you guys doing back here? Toledo Ferrari 23. Some shenanigans in the back for sure. And then the rest of the crew, unfortunately, out. What is going on? Please catch up. I would like to stream. Here we go. Do we have more? Where are the rest of my drivers? Brad Severs, Turner Johnson. No. Oh, that's all we got. All right. What's up, Joey? Oh my goodness. Under yellow car? Come on, Glenn. Under yellow flag? Under safety car? Cardinal sin. Did you just... start calling Glenn Lance Stroll. Should we jump into Glenn's stream and troll him a bit? No, we wouldn't do that. Carlos, just message one of the guys, one of the LMU managers, and they'll help you out. "15 minutes left in this 1 hour race. Safety car out really late. Ken, I think currently fastest lap of the race with a 2:04 flat. Phenomenal, dominant performance. Starting from P1, qualifying up top as these folks are getting ready to go. Look at that, Carlos. Everybody thank Carlos Guzman for allowing us to view all of the cars here at Mount Panorama. Oh my goodness. Yes, Carlos. You know what? I'm every time I'm more and more motivated. I just got a couple of little situations here at home, and if we can sort it out, I will for sure be at the Glen. Oh, nice. Going out to California to meet up with Muff. That should be exciting. All right, folks. We're almost there. Safety car is going to be going in. Everybody lined up. Zipper formation. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Getting ready to get those engines roaring. Some issues earlier on in the race here, but the safety car dips into the pits. It is up to Ken Halsey here to get the race going. When is he going to decide to put the pedal to the metal? Is it quite time yet? And I believe he's decided to go, and he does get a great jump. Although Jacob Cunningham's not one to let him go so easily. We go 3 wide out back. Looks like everybody does manage to make it through. Runner a bit wide, but does fine. Looks like everybody does manage to get through here just fine. Turn 1 managed great. Cunningham, lots of pressure. Lots of pressure onto Ken Halsey here. Cunningham continuing to try and see what he could do. Try and see if he could put any situation, any error that we could find from Ken, but Ken has been absolutely solid so far in this race. Qualified on pole, continuing in the lead for the entire race as they go through, climbing up the mountain here through McPhillamy and into the skyline. Will they survive? Looks like negotiating the mountain with quite a bit of poise. We do have a situation out back. Goodness, lots of situation. Send me back. Oh, that is unfortunate. What happened? We saw crash there. Where does it start? Oh no! Looks like Kevin Bolland was turned backwards. And even earlier. Oh, big wiggle! Ang into the wall. Tries to keep it off. Does manage to do so. That's good. But where does Kevin go off? Down the mountain, clear air. Oh, a bit too narrow. Bump on the wall. He manages. Oh no, he almost saved it. Oh, how unfortunate. Just a self-inflicted error, unfortunately, for Kevin Bolland. And then we have Ray Frias just behind that. Similar situation. No, looks like he manages through Skyline quite well. Oh, and just gets caught off. Oh, that's a minor one. Goodness. Jack Shia here. Same thing. Just a tap of the wall, but survives to tell the tale. Oh, what? Oh, right behind Bolland too. Oh, no. Gets hit from behind. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ken Halsey in replay. Loses it. Oh, no. Loses the lead of the race just like that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And just like that, Jacob Cunningham has the lead of the race. I want to see that again. I want to see how where we were here and how Cunningham's view was, because he must have been right behind. Going up through the cutting here. Nothing serious. Oh, just a bit of a wiggle. Oh my goodness. And there you have it. Oh my goodness. You just never know. It is never over. It is never over until it is over, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it. The lead of the race. Ken Halsey. Dominant performance all the way up to the point that he makes a single little mistake and hands over the lead of the race to Jacob Cunningham. Jacob's going to be incredibly pleased with that, but it's not over yet. 8 minutes and 31 seconds left for this race to go, and there's plenty of room to make errors, and Cunningham is going to be ultra focused to ensure that doesn't happen. Fortunately for him, there's quite a bit of battle happening behind. Colin Johnson in a pretty comfortable position right now with almost not quite, actually only half a second gap to Josh Willis. Josh Willis is going to be eager to overtake and get that position from Colin Johnson. Cunningham, bit of breathing room with 1.6 seconds behind or ahead of the rest of the pack here, but it's Colin Johnson, Josh Willis, William Brunner, or Robert Brunner, I should say. Will Brunner. God damn it. Will, you did manage to get it changed. His name in iRacing was Robert Brunner last week, but he goes by Will. And I made the mistake last week, and now he's just reversed it on me. Gave me the Uno reverse card. My goodness. And then there's Brunner, Tomazic, Jace Wright, all in the group. Looks like Avia right there as well. Actually, Avia with a bit of a gap, but this group here, 5 drivers all fighting for that P2 position. Jack, bit too much curb, manages to make it back. And we're down to only 17 drivers out of 37 that started. Goodness. Wild. But that's what you get. That is Bathurst, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. Josh Willis applying as much pressure as he possibly can, hoping Colin Johnson makes a mistake. You just never know when it's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Kevin, what happened with your PC? That was so unfortunate. On first, maybe iRacing is just like ACC. I don't know. I don't know what iRacing is like. Ooh, Ray Free is so close. Look at that. That is so difficult to do. You have to have an incredible amount of experience to be able to drive that close to the car ahead, and Ray Free is just nailing it. Unbelievable, putting loads of pressure onto Kamal Kajtazovic. Kamal again, all these folks surviving. Kamal up 20 positions from the start of the race. Having started 30th, is now up to P10. Incredible gains. Most of any car on the grid right now. Unbelievable. Ray really trying to make Kamal think about it. Looks on the inside on the exit of the chase. It's gonna be on the outside now, but looks like he does get the move done, and now has to look behind for Mike Pico. Ducking behind. That is another battle to look at. Unfortunately for Kamal Kajtazovic, this pressure from all over. Pico losing out a spot to Morgan Stringer. The battle of the late pitters. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. This lap and then 2 more seems like. And looks like these folks are still battling for P2. Wesley Avia caught up to Bronson Turner. Bronson being pressured quite a bit from this Porsche. And then we have the group of Kajtazovic. Actually, it's a lot more than that. It's Adam King, followed by Ray Frias, followed by Kamal, followed by Pico, followed by Stringer. All 5 drivers. See if we can get a good glimpse of how close these folks are in the darkness here at the mountain as they go down to the forest elbow. Come on, Blimp, get a little bit closer. This isn't the best of views. Go back. You're slowing down and speeding up mid-corner. That's what happened to me spinning. I'm gonna watch Netflix. All right, see ya. Yeah, I know you did. I know you had high hopes, Kev, but unfortunately, I've had the exact same thing happen to me. I've had my screen stutter in the mountain. It's quite an uncomfortable position, but it just happens. That's just racing, unfortunately. Next week, he'll get him. He'll get back on that podium. Something all these folks are trying to do. Colin Johnson, Josh Willis, Willa Brunner, Steven Tomazic, Jace Wright in a tight group. Looks like Tomazic thinking about making a move on the outside, or inside I should say, of Jace Wright. Both side by side entering the mountain here. Keeping the battle going. Jace has the advantage into the cutting. Does manage to defend and stay in that P5 position. But I am certain that is not the end of that battle right there. Wesley Avia still charging at Bronson Turner. One more lap to go after this one. My goodness, so much happening. Lots of battles. Pico ahead of Kajtazovic now. Let's go and have a look at when that happened. On the front straight. Into T2 on the outside. Nails the corner. And gets that move done. Good job. Jacob Cunningham still in the lead of the race, trying to keep it so it looks like Colin Johnson pulling a bit of a gap to the cars behind of Josh Willis, I should say. Josh Willis, Will Brunner, Jace Wright, Steven Tomazic, Bronson Turner, all right there. Tight pack. Ace Wright now chasing down Will Brunner, who's right behind Josh Willis. These three are going to be absolutely determined, with Willis in that third podium spot. Want their interviews. Is it going to happen? We got Morgan Stringer applying loads of pressure to Kamal Kajtazovic. Still 18 positions ahead of where he started. Unbelievable performance. Oh no! What happened? Jack. Back on track. Understeer. Oh no! Whoa! Goodness me! What a tough spot for a crash too. Just so much happening. But there's one person trying to keep it as clean as possible. Final lap for Jacob Cunningham. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a win. For Jacob Cunningham. P2 for Colin Johnson. Go back and actually see that ending. I think I missed it. I apologize. Alrighty. Yeah, Cunningham back straight here. Sorry, I was thrown off by the map. Through the kink. And hopefully we could get Jacob in here for an interview. If you're watching, Jacob, great performance. And that is for sure the win. And let's pull these folks in. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, give me 1 second as we jump back into the booth. You guys are gonna have a bit of a sore situation watching the start of the stream. It wasn't the prettiest, but we got the rest of it. 45 minutes left to go. We got the rest of the race and caught some of the amazing battles between you guys. Let's start with Josh Willis and P3. Josh, quite an eventful race Fortunately for you this week, no issues with pitting. How was your race overall? One second, Josh. I don't think your voice is coming through on stream, and I have no idea why. Give me 1 second. Let's try that. No, still no. Yeah, give me 1 second. I have no idea what's going on. I think once I install the CPU, a lot of my OBS settings, situations, things are all messed up for some reason. So I think I have to completely rebuild the stream, which is fine. I will. Sleep is just for people who have nothing better to do. Okay, let's try that again.
All right,
Yes.
hello.
Yes, we got
Great.
you. Yeah, for sure,
All
something
right.
weird going on, but I do have you on audio in the stream. Josh,
Let's
how did your
try
race
again.
go?
It went really well, better than expected. I didn't think I was going to do definitely podium. Porsche was slow here. Mountain was the only place that you had an advantage, and well, that's hard to pass there. And so I just tried to stay close to the toe, and eventually had a really good restart there, and jumped some positions, and then just stay behind Colin. That's pretty much the best I could do.
Yeah, I saw, for a little while, Colin, Josh was giving you some pressure. Did you feel it? Did you feel like there was a potential that he was going to battle you for that P2 spot?
Maybe a little bit if I messed up at turn 1 or the final corner, but I could kind of tell that he was faster on the mountain. So as long as I made the car wide, I wasn't too worried about it there.
Okay, pretty confident, I'd say. That's good. Colin coming in with a pretty good spot considering you ended up in P2. So Josh, anything else happened in the race that was notable? Anything you want to tell the stream?
Well, early on, I got a lot of positions from an unfortunate tap somebody did through Quarry, and that was some chaos there. So I really capitalized just from others making a lot of mistakes or big mistakes, and like I said, just positioned the car well at certain spots like the restart. But yeah, it was fun. I'm sweaty, that's for sure.
Tally Ferrari, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. All right, Josh, thank you so much. Good job. Congrats on the podium. Colin, again, coming in with a bit of confidence. A lot of confidence, which is great. It's exactly what you need at the mountain, and you definitely had the pace to show it. What happened at the first half of the race for you? I don't remember if you were all the way up top. Where did you qualify, Colin?
I don't recall exactly, but I believe it was somewhere around 11th. I'm not the best at qualifying, so my focus is always just consistency and playing the strategy game. So I was actually fuel saving a little bit here and there, and jumped into the pits early, and once I was being held up by someone, jumped into the pits and took advantage of the undercut and worked my way in front of them by the time they came out, and then just kind of went from there. So.
Well, that race pace and strategy definitely seems to have paid off. Congratulations. Phenomenal outcome of your race, considering the qualifying position. There were some great drivers ahead, but your consistency and persistence and strategy seems to have paid off. Congratulations on the P2 spot.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Definitely helps when you don't hit the wall, too.
Not that there's a lot of them at Bathurst or anything.
One or two.
That being said, Jacob Cunningham, for the longest time, it seemed like a P1 was just not in the books for you. And suddenly the gates opened up, just the slightest bit of error as we watched Ken go into the wall. And for you, fortunately enough, it was far enough for you to be able to react and just slide right through. What was going through your mind when that happened?
Just don't run into him. I felt really bad. I saw him clip the wall on the exiting that corner, and all I could think of was get on the brakes, don't hit him, don't hit him. Where is he going? I don't want to let this slip away.
Jacob, we've seen incredible performances from you. You managed to wrangle these cars to do something that a lot of people can't. And it just seemed like this week would not have been your week, but your consistency and your margin for error just seemed to have been the advantage. And unfortunately for Ken, that means that he was out and you managed to gain that top spot. What does it mean for you this week to just not have the pace, but still really come out with the big win?
Well, it means a lot because this Acura that I'm driving is also what I'm going to be driving in the Bathurst 12 hours next weekend. So to know that I can do this entire race mistake free means a lot for the endurance race coming up.
Excellent. Well, folks, thank you so much. Congratulations to all three of you on your podium positions, and to you, Jacob, for that P1 spot, the race win here, and a confidence booster as our folks, most of our folks, build up their confidence, and have some of them have switched cars, and we don't usually allow that, but try to allow everyone to do that, to prepare for the Bathurst 12 hour coming up this weekend in iRacing. So congratulations to you folks. Congratulations to anyone that finished the race, really, because that is a huge thing here at Bathurst. And unfortunately for those that didn't, a lot of practice to do between today and the race. Wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much for tuning in. When I post this VOD up, skip the first 15 minutes because it's brutal, and I really have a lot of work to do to catch up to the quality that you got last week from the great Phil Milwee, aka Whelpcakes. With that being said, we're going to throw the raid over to This Dad is Bad, aka Mike Pico, who is just in here doing the race. Go show him some love. Every raider that goes there, he does a push-up for every follower. He does another push-up for us, so go give him a bunch of push-ups. Until then, good luck this weekend in Bathurst, and see you soon. I'm Eric Ocasian. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. See you next time. Bye.
You did it.
Alright.